Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Let's dive right in, shall we? Today we're going to explore how we can uncover a text's absolute true priorities just by looking at its structural analysis. We'll be looking specifically at the Qur'an and its massive emphasis on resurrection. You know, sometimes it's not just about what a text says, but how it actually says it. The physical architecture of the words can tell us the real story. So let's map out that architecture together.
Section 1. Shared Emphasis. A literary experiment.
So if you notice that 30 or 40 different chapters of a book all open with the exact same theme, even if they start with different stories, doesn't that recurring theme show the importance the author gives it? Let's do a quick mental exercise here about your own reading habits. Think about it. An author doesn't just return to the exact same topic over and over again by accident, right? This kind of structural insistence is a highly conscious literary tool. It's literally designed to grab your attention and pull you right into the absolute center of the author's message.
Moving into Section 2, the resurrection pattern, Bediüzzaman's analysis. Now we're going to apply this exact literary thought experiment directly to the Qur'an, specifically focusing on the concept of hushr, which means resurrection or life after death. When we look beyond a traditional reading and really dig into the structural analysis done by Bediüzzaman Said Nursi, we find something fascinating. Resurrection isn't just randomly sprinkled throughout the text. Here's his core observation. All the miracles and proofs that validate the text's authenticity simultaneously testify to the reality of resurrection. It's like a multi-layered structural lock. The text's own legitimacy and a belief in resurrection are completely fused together.
And when we look at the sheer physical volume of this topic, the numbers are absolutely staggering. Almost a third of the entire text is dedicated to resurrection. Just pause and think about that for a second. 33% of a book's total volume entirely dedicated to one single theme. To put that into perspective, dedicating that much space is the most mathematical, undeniable way an author can grab a reader by the shoulders and say, hey, do not miss this. This is the foundation of everything you are reading.
But where is all this massive emphasis actually concentrated? Is it just scattered randomly, or is there a specific strategy at play? Well, Bediüzzaman makes a really critical observation here. He notes that most of the short chapters open with very strong verses about resurrection. This is absolutely not random placement. Hitting the reader with this theme in the very first seconds, right at the start of these shorter, fast-paced chapters, is just masterful structural engineering. It basically ensures the theme explodes in the reader's mind when their attention is at its absolute peak. Then, there's the sheer scale of the evidence. We are talking about over 1,000 verses. This massive number proves this isn't just some marginal side detail mentioned once or twice. Actually, it's more like a vast neural network spreading through the text's entire body. Through metaphors, indirect phrasing, and super direct declarations, thousands of verses are doing the heavy lifting, preparing the logical ground and weaving the reality of resurrection directly into the reader's consciousness.
Section 3. The central theme. The literary meaning of repetition.
So, what does this all mean? At its core, structural analysis means that returning to a theme repeatedly shows it is the text's absolute center. It really is that simple, yet it's incredibly powerful. All those thousands of verses, that massive 33% volume we talked about, and that intense insistence in the opening sentences, they all declare that resurrection isn't just one topic among many. It is the thematic core. It's the center of gravity that all the other laws, stories, and moral rules completely orbit around.
Let's look at Section 4. Surah Al-Waqiah example. From theory to practice.
Let's see exactly what these powerful structural openings look like in practice. Take a listen to this verse from Surah Al-Waqiah. When the resurrection occurs, no one will deny it. Notice the sheer, unapologetic directness there? There is no warm-up sentence. There's no preparation phase, no long, flowery description. It just dives straight into the heart of the matter, the unavoidable certainty of resurrection. Placing these kinds of bold statements right at the very beginning of a chapter instantly locks the reader's mind onto that central theme.
Which brings us to a final thought I want you to take with you today. Have you ever realized how important a topic is to a book, or even to a person, just by how often they keep returning to it? We've seen the massive architecture of resurrection in the Qur'an, but what about applying this principle to your own daily life? In your own relationships, the media you consume, or the people you talk to every day? Who or what is constantly repeating a theme to you? Because whatever they keep repeating, for sure, that is what their world revolves around. It's structural proof of what they truly value. Think about that for a while. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep exploring, and I'll see you next time.